My car was broken into, and as you can see, they tried to get into the glove box unsuccessfully, fortunately, but they broke the lock. That left me unable to get into the glove box as well. I found online a suggestion that the side panel of the dashboard could be removed when the door was open. As you can see, this was a waste of time. Do not do this. Fortunately, I was smarter than the thief. I discovered it's possible to put a finger or a screwdriver through the hole, get a hold of the latch mechanism, push it to the right, and the door opens. Here is a view of the manner in which the door has been constructed, with the beige outer liner, a plastic box that holds the latch mechanism, and an interior black felt liner. I could discover no way to easily open the plastic box. Using a Dremel or Dremel-like tool, I cut a square hole into the liner and the box to access the screws that hold the lock. Mercedes Benz uses Torx screws. I believe these are T20s. Be very careful removing the screws that you don't lose them in the door box. I don't think you'll ever get them back. Use a magnetic screwdriver or a magnetic probe to hang on to them. With the screws removed, you can remove the old lock. It is pretty tight. I used a screwdriver to pry it up, and then I still needed pliers to pull it out. The next step will be installing the new lock. First, I would recommend partially screwing in the screws into the new lock to create threads that will make it much easier to turn the screws once it's in the door. Rotate the cylinder so that the black tab is positioned as shown and does not interfere with the latch bolt inside the door when the lock is being inserted. The following video has the cylinder rotated incorrectly. Please rotate it as I have shown in the still. Insert the new lock. This was by far physically the hardest part of this job. Note that there is a hook on the lock that has to go over the interior hole, and the black latch catching mechanism has to clear the hole. Do not force it before you've got the black piece through the hole, or you'll break the new lock. The hardest part was getting the screw columns of the lock aligned with the hole, circled in green here. I had so much trouble with this step that I was sure the problem was the columns of the new lock were a little longer than the columns of the old lock, and I actually sanded them down to match, but I don't think that was really the issue. You will recall that I had to use a screwdriver to pry out the old lock. I should have realized how much force it would take to push in the new lock from that. What I did was to take a pair of pliers and push on the circled area I show here, while I worked from the other side of the door to put in the screws as pushing aligned the screw column with the hole. That's it. It's all done and working again. All that's left is to tape the piece I cut out or glue it back in.